project that I've been working on. Well, obviously me and Claude, but let's jump into it. The idea is library digest. So you might be learning about something like I am. I'm currently learning about RAG and agentic systems during my AI engineer course. And they'll be on different topics, and you kind of want to bring all those different resources, those books, those PDFs, those articles, those web pages, those YouTube videos, all that information. You want to bring it together in one place, talk about it, see if it's relevant, expand on it, and maybe even, explain it in a different way or whatnot. And this tool's for that. So it runs locally. And you can see here we've got the first two topics that I've been learning about: dense vector retrieval and agentic RAG from scratch. So you can just add a new topic here however you like, but from there you'll add resources. So a resource might be a PDF on your device where you can copy paste the path of the PDF, or it might be a web page. And once you've done that, you can add a tag if it's relevant to you and add it in as a source, and it will eventually look like this once it sits in there. And then from there you'll have it will chunk that source, then embed it and add it to the vector database. So I've used Chroma in this simple application, and then from there you can use Claude code and have a discussion with it. How cool is that? So just as a quick demo, I've asked the question here: what are some of the emerging LLM architectures based on Andreessen Horowitz's blog? You can reference the article in the library. So obviously I haven't even said library digest, but Claude's smart enough, picks it up, calls the MCP server, looks at the articles, gets the most relevant embeddings, adds that to its context, and then answers my question. So from here I might ask it something like, do a web tool research and see if this architecture is still relevant, or find me a product online that uses this architecture or this piece of software that someone's selling, so you can actually see things in play or whatnot. But you can kind of expand and take the conversation wherever you want, but you've got access to all these resources and you're not eating up the whole context window and constantly having to upload articles, PDFs, web pages, etc. into Claude and add it to its context. So I'll just give you a brief kind of picture of what's happening. So you'll paste in your PDF, your book, your web page, your YouTube video. The YouTube video does need a transcript though, because it's all word based. It will then break that up into chunks, embed it, store it in the vector DB. Then there's an MCP that sits between the Chroma DB and Claude code, and will retrieve the relevant chunks of information for you, and you can have a conversation, ask questions, discuss. A really cool one that I've done recently is I was reading a PDF, and it was from 2022. I know, a lifetime ago in AI. And once skimmed through it, had a bit of a chat with Claude, I would then go, is this architecture still relevant? How has this architecture been improved on? And we'll go off and do a web search and so on and so forth. But on top of that, it's pretty cool seeing all this and having a chat with Claude, but it would be even cooler if you could visualize it all. And so I've also added in a visualizing tool that lets you visualize those chunks that are embedded in the database. So you can see here we're on it's broken down by topic. So I called it module 1, dense vector retrieval. I've got 4 resources in there. You can kind of hide and show them as you like, and then you can actually go in and read the entire chunk, its location. So you can see here we've got the first chunk, second, and so on, starting from page 1 onwards. So a little cool tool that I thought I would share with you guys. It all runs locally and lets you have great chats with Claude and learn more. I hope that was useful. Thanks for watching.